changeling. All servants of Queen Chrysalis found in these woods must be destroyed.
Hey, Moby, are you ready for our pond study? You want to free Frank and Joey? They aren't pond fish, Moby. It's not the right habitat for them. What is a habitat? A habitat is a place where plants and animals live. Habitats can be as small as a fish tank or as big as an ocean. Even a dead log can be a habitat for thousands of tiny animals. Plants and animals get everything they need from their habitats, including shelter. An ecosystem is a community of living and non-living things. All living things have relationships with other living things. Living things also need non-living things, like rocks, soil, water, or air to survive. One ecosystem can have many habitats. We're going to look at freshwater habitats, but what is freshwater? Most of Earth is covered by water, but a lot of it's saltwater in the oceans. Only 1% of the world's water is freshwater, which has little salt in it. Right, Moby. Many plants and animals need freshwater. Freshwater is a natural resource, something useful from the environment. Most of Earth's freshwater is frozen or underground. But I know where to look to find freshwater around here. What are river and stream habitats like? Rivers are long bodies of moving water. Streams, creeks, springs, and brooks are smaller than rivers. The Nile River in Africa is the longest river in the world. It flows through 9 countries and provides food, water, and shelter for many plants and animals. Cool! A river otter! Plants and animals that live in river habitats have special adaptations to live in their environments. A river otter has webbed feet and a strong tail that helps it swim, but it also has strong legs to help it run on land. Plants that grow in river habitats have thick, strong roots, so they don't wash away. People and animals can change rivers too. Dams can control the flow of fresh water, and this can change the habitats of plants and animals. Ditches and canals are man-made waterways, and they can be habitats for many living things too. A watershed is an area where many rivers and streams flow into a larger body of water, like a lake. What are lake and pond habitats like? A lake is a body of water that is surrounded by land. Water can gather in lakes in different ways. Ice and snow can melt in the mountains and gather into rivers and streams, and finally drain into lakes. Lakes are ecosystems with different habitats. Some plants and animals live on the surface of lakes, like this water strider. It has special legs that help it stand on top of the water. Other plants and animals live in the habitat on the lake floor, like mussels. A reservoir is a place that stores water. People build reservoirs to store fresh water for drinking, and reservoirs can provide habitats for plants and animals too. A pond is a small body of water surrounded by land. The water is pretty still and doesn't move around much. Many freshwater ponds get their water from rain. What are wetland habitats like? A wetland habitat has both land and water and often gets flooded. Swamps, bogs, and marshes are all different kinds of wetlands. Right, Moby. A wetland can be pretty muddy and damp. Many of the plants and animals that live in wetlands are endangered. This means there are few of their kind left. When wetlands are drained or filled, a lot of habitats can be destroyed. Anyway, Moby, it's time for us to visit the pond, but Frank and Joey can't come with us. It's not the right habitat for them. Hey, where'd they go? Moby. Why are frogs always happy? They eat whatever bugs them. I can't wait to go to the beach and learn about the ocean. Most of our planet is covered by salt water and our oceans and seas. The ocean is divided into different zones, according to how much sunlight it receives. The living things in each zone have different ways to survive in their environment. What is the sunlit zone? The sunlit zone is the top part of the ocean. Here, enough light goes through the water to allow plants to grow. Tiny living things called phytoplankton use sunlight to make their own food, kind of like plants. Animals, such as krill, eat the phytoplankton. Then bigger fish and larger animals like dolphins eat the krill. Right, Moby. Phytoplankton play an important part in many ocean food chains and food webs. The sunlit zone is home to many different living things. Coral reefs are also found in the sunlit zone. Coral is an animal that grows a very hard skeleton. Tons of animals live in coral reefs, including fish, eels, and mollusks. Most marine life is in the sunlit zone, but it's actually the smallest zone. What is the twilight zone? The twilight zone is below the sunlit zone. Less light gets through the water. Some animals can go back and forth between the sunlit and twilight zones, including the sperm whale and swordfish. Cuttlefish also live in the twilight zone. As you go further away from the surface, less light gets through the water. It also gets colder and colder. As you go deeper, fewer plants and animals can survive. What is the midnight zone? The midnight zone is the deepest part of the ocean, and it's also the largest zone. No sunlight can reach the midnight zone, but living things like this Dumbo octopus have adapted to life here. Food can be difficult to find in this zone. So some fish, like this fangtooth, have large mouths so they can grab and eat anything. Anglerfish have a special body part that lights up. This light attracts prey. Many deep-sea animals have parts that are bioluminescent, which means they can glow to attract prey or scare off predators. The ocean floor is a dark and rocky place. There are even vents in the Earth's crust. The vents give off heat and chemicals, and tiny living things called bacteria feed on the chemicals. Some animals rely on the vents and the bacteria to survive, like these tube worms. There are even deep-sea crabs and mussels. Most of the planet is covered by oceans, but our oceans are changing. How are ocean habitats changing? When people pollute the environment, they cause problems for many living things. Even garbage in our communities can sometimes end up in our oceans. In fact, there's a growing patch of trash in the middle of the Pacific Ocean that's bigger than the state of Texas. It's important to clean up after yourself and recycle. This simple act can help protect our environment. In many parts of the world, overfishing is a big problem. This is causing certain kinds of fish to become endangered. It's important to protect our oceans because so many living things rely on them to survive. You can research and write to government leaders and tell them about our changing oceans. You could also help keep beaches and communities clean. You can also start or join a club to share what you learn with other people. There are many ways to get involved. Anyway, Moby, I can't wait to go to the beach. You're going to surf to the beach? You can't do that. There's no water. What kind of music does a geologist listen to? Rock music.